What's up, scholars? It's Miss Rambo coming at you with more science. Today is Friday, April 3rd, 2020. And on today's agenda, we have the following outline for you. Today, we are assessing your knowledge on engineering problems. And I made this video specifically so that we can review on some of the exit ticket concerns that you've indicated yesterday. And here with the exit tickets, I gathered some qualitative data in order to gather what exactly you needed help on or needed some review on before taking today's quiz. One thing I noticed from a majority of you is that a lot of you wanted clarification on what constraints were in an engineering problem or challenge. And if we reflect back on the reading, the formal definition of a constraint is limitations and restrictions on the design of a problem. In short, what this means is that constraints are what makes it difficult in order to achieve our criteria. And I believe this became a concern because we got to the point yesterday in terms of completing what our engineering problems could possibly be in a successful exhibit at the zoo. So let's talk about the constraints. Specifically, let's first talk about the constraints from the organism's point of view. In the last two videos, I made Snoopy the model for the organism, and he, for our example, is a Chihuahua. One of the constraints that the organism has from achieving their criteria, so one of the constraints Snoopy has from achieving one of his criteria is that he does have a very selective diet. That is a constraint to his survival. And since one of his criteria is that he needs food, a specific food in order to live, that's a criteria. The constraint there is that the food is very specific and therefore difficult to find and get. So here we already see the relationship between the constraint. Okay, this is a very rare diet Snoopy the Chihuahua has, and the criteria. Snoopy needs a specific diet in order to live. Let's move the constraint into the zoo's point of view. So as a zoo, one of my criteria is making money. And by making money, I mean I need a lot of customers coming into my zoo. So if my criteria is to bring in as many customers as I can because I'm interested in financial gain, then one constraint is that not many people would really want to see a Chihuahua inside a zoo. Again, a constraint is what makes it difficult or hard to achieve my criteria. And here, we just have different points of view, 2 points of view, the zoo and the organism. And one has different criteria, therefore different constraints. The other has different criteria, therefore different constraints. And hopefully that clears up any confusion you have about constraints and how they relate to criteria in an engineering problem or challenge. Lastly, and I want to make this short, another big theme of questions was, how do I find some of the research for this? Remember, this research is independent, but you'll need to be finding credible sources. And we have a rubric right here in your zoo exhibit project document where you can find all this information on what exactly you'll be looking for in order to find a credible source to do some more of your research. And that's it. So after reviewing this video, go ahead and review the engineering document and also your zoo project. You'll find this quiz attached to the announcements, and after you're done completing this quiz, 5 questions, go ahead and submit and you're complete for the day. And after your submit is done, go ahead and give yourself a good pat on the back because you made it. It's Friday and you've done so much for this class and all your other classes. And as always, if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out during these office hours. And without further ado, I hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you all next week.